Cameron with his dad. What's his name? So let's see, how much time do we have, Frank? I think everybody will have 10 minutes, but let me just, let me ask our panelists to, if they would like, I'm going to ask the grandpas to take the lead on introducing the program, just telling everyone briefly what the program is all about. And then I'll come back around and we have some questions we'll ask. So I'll start with Grandpa John. Here's the program.
Testing one.
You're on.
One.
You're on. And introduce Myra. You okay? All right, here, we can.
Hey. Hi, I'm John Stewart, and this is Myra Castillo, the principal for Church Street School. And I'm involved with Grandpas Go to School, and that's been going on for, 3 or 4 years now? About 4 years. And basically what we're talking about is like 8 to 10 kids and about 5, 6 grandpas. And we meet every other Friday during lunch hour. And one of the, well, sort of as a background piece, one of the goals is to get the boys accustomed to male role models. I mean, frankly, the media hasn't done, men very much good in that, we're either, drug dealers or dangerous or distant or, have something like that. And it's good to have, this interaction with the kids. So to start off the program, we play games with the kids, and we have a whole lot of games. And it's like chess, checkers, Connect Four, Sorry, Uno, Ship Captain Crew, checkers, Jenga, Macala, it's just the gamut. Actually, I was just told, one of the kickback situations was that I taught the dice game Ship Captain Crew, and then I found out today that Mark Schaff is teaching his granddaughters Ship Captain Crew. And, it's like one of these things that ripples out. And one of the things that I think is important is that it's not a thing where the grandpas are teaching the kids, okay? It goes both ways. I mean, we had Grandpa Nuno, he made the comment that he didn't know how to play chess. And you should have seen it. All these 4th graders are just like piling in around him going like, okay, the pawn goes this way and the knight goes this way and, the rook goes this way. I mean, it was, a great turn of events. So now we've also branched out into other activities in addition to the games. We have times where we have the kids draw, and it was like, draw yourself, getting shot out of a volcano, and we then just had one where it was like, draw a monster, and I thought they would have big teeth, and they didn't. It was like the monsters had whole bunches of eyes. And I haven't done it again, but, I'm wondering, was that because, it's like How to Train Your Dragon was popular on TV? Or, what was the source of that? So, and one of the other things that we do is teach the kids how to shake hands. And it's, and it was so much fun this last year when we got back. And I was like, going in the halls trying to find, the rest of the group. And one of the boys came up to me and goes, hey, we're going to, get together. And I go, yeah, we're going to do it. And he went, great. And then he took a step to take off, and then he turned around and he put his hand out, and we shook hands, and then off we went. So, those are sort of the kinds of things. And one other thing that I have to say about Principal Castillo is that we've expanded the kind of things that's going on, in that the fourth graders we had, many of them were the third graders that we were involved with last year. And so now we're going along with them. So it's not just intergenerational kind of activity that's going on. There is that motion, but then there's another thing that's going on, which is that it's the same group of people over time. And, that I think is an important nuance. So
Let me ask,
Yep.
you just do, Myra, can we ask, and I'm going to come back with some other questions, but at least maybe your comment as the principal of the school, what's been the impact, or what's like a surprise maybe, or what's it like to work with grandpas and see them work with kids in your school? And we're appreciative. Go ahead, please.
So first of all, thank you for having me today. It is an honor to have our grandpas in the building. Frank started, he came to me, it was about, I think 4 years ago, maybe a little more, said we have grandpas who are willing to come in, work with the students. And so just having grandpas connected and giving them that opportunity to connect with an adult, and knowing that that adult is going to give them the time of day, listen to what they have to say, just simply connect with board games, makes such a big difference. And so we select students who would have, who are motivated to miss. First of all, they have to miss their recess, which was a huge thing. Do I go outside or stay with grandpas? And they stay with grandpas. But we wanted to make sure to select students who would impact the most, right? Students that might not have that father figure at home, students that need a little bit more motivation, students that just need to connect with an adult. And so having grandpas has had a huge impact on students. And I think you said it well, that relationship building, right? So they've seen them in third grade, fourth grade, hopefully they'll see them in fifth grade, and the word has spread. So their friends are coming to me, Miss Castillo, can I join the grandpas? We want to play the board games too. So the kids are extremely excited. They're sharing it with friends. They want to join the grandpas. And we've seen a difference in just how students respond to the grandpas, how excited they are that they have that connection and that time. They know that every other Friday they're connecting with the grandpas. So it's had a major impact on our students that they work with. So we are extremely grateful for the grandpas and taking the time to come out to Church Street School. And like I said, it's been evolving, right? There's been times where they teach them how to make airplanes and fly them outside. And so, and sometimes if they even see them in the community, they say, I know who you are. And they introduce them to we're talking about, they introduce, to their family. So it's something that's definitely had a huge impact. And we know the research says, right? If you have a connection with an adult and know that someone cares about you, it's going to have a major impact in their success in school. So I thank you so much, grandpas, for taking the time and connecting with our students. It does make such a big difference.
Okay, well, thank you. We'll come back to you. We'll come back. Go ahead, John.
I just want to, take this opportunity to say that we have a group of grandpas for the fourth graders. We could use some other grandpas, by the by, and we could have them they could start at third grade, or they could start at fifth. So, so think about that.
I want to say, as a grandpa, having joined early on with John, one of the things that it just blew me away is he showed us how to make paper airplanes one day. And all of a sudden at school, it was okay to throw the airplanes in the classroom. The kids and the grandpas were like, hey, this is really cool. So we appreciate the support from you, Myra. And why don't we go next to Jumpstart for Dads. Irvin, introduce just the Jumpstart for Dads a little bit in the area of this area, and then we'll go to Dave, and then we'll come back around with some other questions. Please, Irving.
Hi, my name's Irving Caesar, and I'm a facilitator with Jumpstart for Dads. And Jumpstart for Dads is a group we started, myself, Dr. Beto, along with Paul, who worked with us. We have what we do, we reach out to dads to, if they're first-time dads or dads with kids, we want to keep the dads involved in their children's lives. We want them to know that they're important to be in the child's life, And so a lot of dads don't like to communicate, as we know, with people, especially with women and another guy, But we come together and, well, first of all, we assure them it's a very safe place. What's said there stays there, and we operate on a program from Fathering 15. It's a 10-week course, and these gentlemen really stick with the course once they get started. It teaches them, first of all, their history. One of the beginning program, and the thing about it, we all took the class together. We all took that course together before we started to find out who you are and how you can become a better dad. So it's that saying, what we do when we met these guys, when they came together from all walks of life, different people, they didn't know one another, but we bonded